from day one, the enemy of Insaan has been Shaitaan. The time that Adam ﷺ was sent down from the heavens to earth, so Allah Ta'ala made this known that this is the enemy that you have. Inna Shaitana lakum aduun fattakhiduhu aduwa. In the Quran Sharif, Allah Ta'ala highlights this as well. That Shaitan is your enemy, so treat him as an enemy, never make friends of your enemy. So the challenge all the time is to keep ourselves safe from this enemy. So obviously the mujahada is required to stay away from whatever Shaitan is tempting one towards. So in any case, the point here is that what has been given to us in the ahadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in order to protect ourselves from Shaitan, we have to practice on these things. One very simple prescription that has been given to us is in the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When a person leaves his home, in our context, person who walks out of his room now in the morning, that is his home. For now, that is his room, that is his home. One dua that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught, very simple, basic dua. 3 very simple kalimat or sentences that are in this dua. Bismillah, everybody knows Bismillah. The second is Tawakkaltu ala Allah. That too is very simple. And La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. It's mentioned in the Hadith Sharif that the person, when he is leaving his home, leaving his room, now these are very simple things. What's difficult about it? What's difficult to learn it? What's difficult to practice on it? How long does it take to recite these words consciously? Very consciously, a person is reciting it, keeping in mind what he's reciting. Bismillah, in the name of Allah Ta'ala. Tawakkaltu ala Allah, I've placed my trust in Allah Ta'ala. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, there is no power and might except from Allah Ta'ala. Any strength to do any good, any ability to stay away from anything, any harmful, any sin, this is from Allah Ta'ala alone that this ability comes. So when a person recites this at the time of leaving his home, his room, so the angel says to him, Kufita wa wuqita wa hudita. 3 things are said to him. One is, you have been sufficed for, your needs have been taken care of. Wa wuqita, you have been protected. And wa hudita, you have been guided. Now what else does a person need if he's given these 3 great things? He's given guidance, he's given protection, and his needs are taken care of. And then it's mentioned, وَتَنَحَّى عَنْهُ الشَّيْطَانِ. Shaitan then goes away, far away from him. And one Shaitan then says to the other, what chance you have? Now the Shaitan that was probably trying to start already distracting this person. So another Shaitan observes this and says to him that what chance do you have with regards to such a person who has already been sufficed for, he has been protected, he has been guided. Where are you going to have any chance to try and distract him? Now what is required is to, number one, do this with consciousness, to do it very consciously, not just person is saying something, he doesn't know what he's saying, his mind is somewhere else, his heart is somewhere else, and his tongue is saying something else. So to start off with, you have to say it, you have to recite it. Now, if a person doesn't have this habit of reciting these du'as, then he'll remember it long after if he remembers it too. We have to create reminders. We have to create ways and means of reminding ourselves. Now, such a simple prescription, but such great benefit in it. So now if a person doesn't still take the effort to learn it, to remind himself, he's the one that's deprived. Nobody else loses out anything. The person himself has lost a very great wealth. So one is to learn it, the other is to create some reminders for ourselves, so that on the occasion we recite it. And now all the time we have this battle, we are now being tempted by Shaitan in this direction, that direction. This is the need that now we need to start practicing on all these amal that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam himself has given us. So one is to have this reminder and then to recite it with this yaqeen. These are the words that Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has mentioned, and this is the virtue that Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has mentioned. This is 100% the reality. So with that yaqeen, a person recites it, and with regularity. Not that one day we recited it, then 5 days we forgot, and then one day again we recited. daily person recites it. Inshallah, we will see the very great benefit of this, that this is a prescription not just from somebody else, somebody's amal or somebody's some experience. This is directly from the hadith sharif of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah Ta'ala give us tawfiq.
अल्लाह अल्लाह कैसा प्यारा नाम है, आशिकों का मीना और जाम है।